All right, everybody, we are back here. Hey, there we go. All right, we're back here live on the stage, and right now we're about to have a look at the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. I'm not gonna lie to you, my personal most anticipated game of 2011, courtesy of Bethesda's Todd Howard. Todd, thanks a lot for dropping by.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Really appreciate it. So, you guys unveiled the game a couple months ago, and I know the Elder Scrolls series has some pretty rabid fans, myself included, not gonna lie.
I'd put myself in that group as well.
Excellent, always good. Tell me about what sort of reaction that you guys have been getting from fans of the series.
I mean, I think people have waited for us to do another Elder Scrolls for a long time.
Yeah.
I think there's a benefit when you miss something, so you do get a bit of this nostalgia factor, whether you played Arena, Daggerfall, Morrowind, Oblivion. So our fans are the best. They really are. Really, really smart group of people. They'll give us a lot of good feedback. And it's great finally being able to announce the game because we've been working on it for so long, right after Fallout 3. So, the last 3 years. Just doing a lot of stuff on engine development, a lot of new gameplay things. So, we're fans as well. This is the game we really want to play, and we're excited to get it out there for everybody.
Yeah, so you actually brought by the game here. Let's go ahead and give us some commentary on what's going on here.
Just a little sneak peek of, we're showing a 30-minute demo behind closed doors here at E3, and this is footage from that demo. And you're seeing the new engine. This is all 360 footage, unedited, like unmessed with, and with new animation system. And we just recorded it right out of the demo to show everybody the highlights. And so you can really play in third person this time. I like to play in first person.
Yeah.
But it does have a nice system in that the right trigger does your right hand, and the left trigger does your left hand. On the PC, those are the mouse buttons. And it is, you just play the game. You don't have to start the game and decide, I want to be a warrior, I want to be a wizard, or those kind of things. Just as you do things, you'll get better at them. So if you're using spells, you can put one of those in your left hand, you're going to get better at spells. If you're using a sword in your right hand, you're going to get better at that. And you can dual wield magic, you can dual wield weapons. What's cool is you put the same spell in both hands, you pull both triggers, you get a more powerful version of that spell.
All right. And here we're taking a look at some of the rugged, snowy frontier of Skyrim, the new setting of the game. It's a lot more harsh terrain than Oblivion.
It is. It's definitely a more rugged world. This is one of our dungeons up in this Nordic temple. We have over 150 handcrafted dungeons in the game.
Wow.
So we have a really big team of guys who have worked on these games for a long time, and we're just getting, I think we're really in our groove as far as doing a lot of content that works well together and is polished. It's one of the things we traditionally struggle with is our games are just so big, making everything work well together and giving the player just a ton to do. You see some of the dual wielding here. It's an elven glass sword in my right hand and a steel sword in my left.
Ooh, poor guy.
And then down in this barrow, there are ancient undead warriors, the Draugr. So you'll fight these guys a lot in Nordic ruins. And you're going to see one of the shout powers coming up. And this is using the language of dragons to form these shouts, using words of power. And then this is a spell here, Circle of Protection, that terrifies the undead. And Chain Lightning, you can actually, it arcs off surfaces and arcs off other enemies.
Now, your character is actually of the Dragonborn, right?
He is Dragonborn. He is born with the soul of a dragon. We don't explain it any more than that, really. We don't want to get into that. But he has the ability to absorb the souls of dragons when he kills them, and that allows you, the player, to unlock the better shout powers. Here we're out in the tundra in Skyrim. This is a big open grassland in the middle of it, and not all the creatures here are going to attack you on sight. So you see these mammoths and giants here. If you mess with them, obviously they'll fight back, but we kind of approach the creatures of this world the same way we'd approach the people, and then they live here, what are they doing? So we do have AI that causes them to go out and hunt, so we have a predator-prey type thing in the environment as well. And these guys are pretty tough. And there you see the player doing a shout with fire.
Oh, and
Here come the dragons.
just combined swiped them up.
Our dragons are unscripted. Obviously, we do sometimes script their opening, how they enter a scene, but after that, they have all these behaviors that they can do from bombing runs, and they are our big boss fights in the game that you're going to have to use a lot of resources, and we're really happy with how they turned out. You know, we're using them a lot in the game. You can fight multiple dragons at one time, and they really are like, you know, they're unlike anything that we've played in the game before, and we wanted to pay off on how you feel about dragons, whether that's in movies or fantasy books, and make that come to life on the screen.
All right. Now, once you actually kill this dragon, you sort of absorb its soul, right?
Yes, you'll see it burning up here, and the soul is going to go into you. Here comes another one. This is a frost dragon, and this is a more powerful dragon in the game. And then absorbing that soul allows you to unlock words of power that you've learned. And so you have to learn the words and then kill dragons, and then you choose which ones you know to unlock. And you'll see coming up here, I'm going to use the shout Storm Call. This is one of the more powerful shouts in the game, and it calls a storm with lightning that's going to rain down on your enemies. So it's really a nice way to let the player feel powerful in a unique way.
Right.
And then once the dragons get hurt enough, they actually can't fly. They'll either force themselves to land, sometimes they'll crash, and then that's the good time to go in for the kill. And that frost he's doing, it's not only going to hurt you, it's also going to slow you down and drain your stamina, and then you can do that to others as well.
The old axe to the back of the head trick.
Yeah, so that's like, you know, a little behind-the-scenes sneak peek of what we're showing everybody here at E3, and
cool.
It's really, really fun to show the game off because it plays a little bit different each time when we do the demo. So.
All right, we've actually got a few audience questions coming our way. If you don't mind answering some of those. Just a reminder, guys, that little submit a question module on the side of the page. You can just type in your question there, and I've got it right here on this laptop. The first one we've got, it's from a gentleman named Apex Man, whose location is supposedly Skyrim. He's wondering, can you fight while riding on your horse?
You cannot. We were treating them like we did in Oblivion, so they're a means for getting around the world faster. And it's something we've messed with on and off, but we find it changes the basic gameplay of the game too much once you're able to fight on horseback, so we limit it just to riding around.
Okay. Nikki from Bulgaria he'd like you to explain the character customization in terms of gender options and, you know, appearance and that sort of thing.
We do have the 10 classic Elder Scrolls races. You can play a male or female. We do have a brand new face system that we've done. So this go around, you can really easily make some cool looking faces. You can add scars and war paint and all of those kind of things.
All right. Let's see. We're getting a lot of questions here. There's definitely a lot of interest in Skyrim, which is really no surprise. Jose from Honduras is wondering. Actually, that was a question for our last demo. Jose, you're a little bit late. Let's see. Just a moment here. Chris from Ottawa is wondering about weapon customization, crafting, that sort of thing.
We do have smithing, so there's a skill for making your own weapons, forging them, and you can also improve weapons that you've already found or made with smithing. And then there's an enchanting skill, so you can also take those and then make them magical. There's a lot of weapon customization in the game.
All right, and
you can do that with armor as well.
Now, one of the other interesting things that you showed off when I saw the game about a month ago was this new interface, which we didn't really get a chance to see too much of in that demo there, but that was really impressive to me, the way you guys cleaned up this interface. It seems a lot easier to navigate through, because that's always one of the big sort of bugaboos with the role-playing genre.
Yeah, I think when you do a role-playing game and you're collecting a lot of loot, you're looking at a lot of stats, it's something you spend a lot of time doing, even if you don't notice it. So we do spend a lot of time in the interface. We wanted to make it really visual, very tactile, to make even things like looking at your skills, to make that something fun. You know, just exploring visually the perk trees is a lot of fun in the game, and looking at all the items. So it's not just about finding, oh, I found a +1 sword of fire. You know, I think you know, it's nice to inspect those objects, and our team has done, I mean, an astounding job. It just amazes me all the detail they put in individual pieces of meat from every creature or fruit or roots that you pull up. So all of that world detail is what we go for. We enjoy all the little small things as well as the big things like dragons.
All right, Todd, the game looks excellent.
Thank you.
For anybody out there who isn't in the know, can you remind them when the game is going to be out in stores?
11/11/11. You can't forget that
You
date. So
cannot
November
forget that.
11th.
Rolls off the tongue.
PC, 360, PS3.
All right, Todd, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
All right, there you guys go. That was your look at Skyrim. Now let's go see what else Homer is getting up to here on the show floor.